Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another tiny house tour. Today we're exploring a minimalist off-grid tiny home in Tasmania, which was inspired by Japanese design. The tiny house, named the Bruny Island Hideaway, is unsurprisingly located on Bruny Island. There aren't any bridges connecting the island to the mainland, so your two options of getting here are a 20-minute ferry or a lengthy breaststroke. Today's tour was shot by Ben Little, so you'll see him throughout the video. Just pretend that he's me though, that shouldn't be too hard to do as we're kinda similar in appearance. We're both about 6 foot tall and have bulging biceps. The only big difference between us is that Ben has a beard. The story behind the Hideaway is quite an interesting one. The owner, Sophia, was born in Taiwan and spent her childhood in traditional Japanese houses which had been built during occupation. Inspired by these houses that she grew up in, Sophia asked the architects to design a building as a piece of furniture with everything she would need already built in. The only furniture allowed in the space was a low table in the living area and a mattress in the loft. It now serves as a holiday home and a retreat for Sophia to enjoy simple pleasures like stargazing, reading and playing the violin. The Hideaway is located on a private piece of protected land at the end of an unsealed road. It's surrounded by 99 acres of conservation forest and houses wildlife like wallabies and the endangered swift parrot. Outside there's a small wooden structure which serves as a storage place for firewood, a sort of gateway to the property and also as a privacy screen. If you look back from the property, the privacy screen will hide your car from view, which sort of helps you disconnect from the outside world and connect to nature. And leading up to the house, you have a walkway which has been created using discs made from some of the surrounding eucalyptus trees, which is a very nice and creative touch. Coming in through the main door, you have built-in cupboards and a countertop to the left, and an open living area in front of you. The cabin flooring is lined with Baltic pine, which is a very soft wood, and because of this, to avoid damage, suitcases and shoes are not allowed inside the cabin. On the other side of the living area, you have a small kitchen and a wood-burning stove which can heat the property and cook food on the shelves below. There's also an oven and hob which are powered using gas canisters. On the topic of power, the cabin gets its electricity feed from solar panels on the roof, and the cabin's water is stored and delivered through underground rainwater collection tanks. Based on the tiny houses that I've stayed in, wood-burning stoves and solar power seem to be two essential pillars of tiny house creation, although I'm yet to see anyone over here in Scotland use rainwater collection as a water source, which is kind of weird because of how rainy it is here. The living area is bookended by two massive sliding glass doors which are frosted to prevent birds doing themselves a mischief and flying beak first into them. Rolling back these glass doors, you have access to two decked areas, one to the east and one to the west, each side letting you enjoy the sunset and sunrise respectively. To partially quote the 2008 classic Step Brothers, with these doors opened and the decking accessible, you pretty much triple the amount of space you have for activities. The exterior of the cabin is clad in panels of zinc-aluminum metal and bushfire-resistant timber to comply with local bushfire safety rules. Without a doubt, one of the coolest features of this cabin is the bathtub, which is hidden beneath the decking. To access it, you just pull up the panels and reveal the tub. Because it's off-grid and the gas and water supplies are obviously limited by this fact, you're asked to only use the bath once during your visit. But that doesn't mean you have to spend your whole stay absolutely honking. Back inside to the right when you come in the front door, you have a sleek little bathroom which contains a sink, toilet and shower to combat the honk. Returning to the main living area, you have a sturdy pine ladder with solid handrails which leads up to the loft bedroom. Again, this is a very minimal but calming space with just a double mattress, which I mentioned earlier, and a small section of built-in storage for personal belongings. There's also a long window to one side and a skylight right above your head, which lets you take in the stars on clear nights. Coming back outside with this drone shot, you can see the solar panels on top of the roof. From the reviews I read about this place, there were no complaints about the solar power. I think this is where things are very different between Australia and here in Scotland. Any places I've stayed in that relied on solar power here were a bit of a letdown, and I guess that's because we're missing a key ingredient here, which is sun. Now, I've read a lot of articles and watched a few videos about this place, but Ben, who shot this video, went a bit further to share his experience and nostalgia of the location, which I'll let you listen to in case I don't do it justice myself.
I don't know if you've ever camped anywhere or stayed anywhere or just been anywhere as a child or even an adult, but for me it was a child, where you've got such precious memories from running around these kind of big giant trees, playing hide and seek and building cubby houses and forts and that sort of thing. This place has taken me right back to that. It's got a very nostalgic feeling being here. There's endless amounts of places to explore over there. You can climb up in the trees.
At the time of Ben's stay, the owner was in the midst of putting together a new treetop creation, which included a sturdy set of stairs, that's quite hard to say, a little suspension bridge, and various platforms which allow you to get right in amongst all the nature. For a few quick fire details, the cabin is 28 metres squared or 300 foot squared, and it costs £216 or $240 per night with a 2-night minimum stay. It was designed in 2017 by Maguire and Devine Architects, and in 2018 won 3 awards from the Australian Institute of Architects in the residential, sustainable and steel categories. Because people are always curious about the exact layout of these properties that I feature, I'll throw up some of the original drawings on the screen at the end. Massive thanks to Ben Little for recording this video. If you could all do me a kindness and subscribe to him down below, that would be very much appreciated. He's really passionate about architecture and great at making videos, so I'm sure you'll enjoy his content. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you taking 2 seconds to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.